Neil, I thought I'd do a bit of a sort of introduction on lime, or the way I've been taught to use lime by a very old school friend of mine. Does a lot of building stuff for me and a neighbour, so I thought I'd introduce you to the way he's taught me to do it. I've got here a bag of NHL2. I've got a ton or so left over from a previous job, and thought I'd talk you through really what I do with it. I've just got I don't know if you can see it there in the barrow. Yeah, just emptied the mixer from yesterday's mix. Always the best one of the day, one that's been left to sit in the mixer, wetted down overnight. Put more water in the morning, or this morning, and added the lime and cement, same ratio, 5:2, and it's the best one of the day, the sort of creamiest, smoothest one of the day. So anyway, I'll show you what I'm doing. The mix I use is 5:2, 5 parts sharp sand. I'm a bit annoyed the builder's merchant, or my local merchant where I get most of the sharp sand from and gravel, has changed supplier, so this mix, you probably see it in the walls there, it's a lot pinker than the last stuff, which I chose this merchant because they used the yellower sand and it gives you a very white lime mix, which is what more in keeping with what's been used here, mixed in on a lime pit. I don't know, 100, 200, however old it is, however long ago it was. But anyway, I'm using this pink stuff now, and I'm deliberately raking it back or keeping it quite far from the joints. I'm going to have to go on another trawl looking for a more yellower kind of sand, or yellow sand with black gravel in it, or whatever it is, to give me a nicer looking mix to point it up with as and when I've finished the sort of structure really of the root stock. So anyway, first things first, put 10 litres or so of water in the barrel of the mixer, swill it around a bit, clean it off, and then I'm going to add 6 shovels of lime and 15 shovels of sharp sand, but I'll make a slurry first, sort of consistency of a thick milkshake, McDonald's type milkshake, and leave that going just to get all the lumps out of it and the lime, and then add the sand to that, and that's it really. Keep adding water as and when, but I quite like lime because of its flexibility really, and I don't mean flexibility in terms of movement. I know that's a bit of a selling point, but I don't know if it is of NHL, but I like it because you can leave half a mix in the mixer overnight, wet it down, carry on the next day. You don't have to clean the mixer out every day, which is a pet peeve of mine really. So it's quite a nice thing to have, and you can leave it 3 or 4 days in the mixer as long as it's wetted down enough. Cover the mixer, keep sunlight off it. It seems to get better the longer you leave it really. So anyway, I will chuck some water in. I got some lime in my eye for the second time a few days ago, so I had to get that all rinsed out and stuff like that. So I was wearing glasses at the time, but it snuck up behind them, so I'm wearing tighter fit glasses now. I've ordered some more from Screwfix in town, so get some with the padding to stop anything getting behind them. But anyway, put them on and get things going. Sorry about the noise, but we have to deal with, I'm afraid. I've added a bit more water to the mix, and I'll leave that spinning for a few minutes. In fact, I can show you what it's looking like at the moment anyway. Quite a thick sort of mix anyway, but we'll see. I just keep adding water to it as and when, but I'll leave that turning for 5 minutes or something like that, and then add 15 shovels of sand. So it's had the 6 of lime, 10 litres of water to wet the mixer, and then probably another 3 or 4 on top of that. But still looks a little bit lumpy in there, so I will do a bit of stonework and come back in a bit. Right, back onto the lime. It's a lot smoother now. See the consistency of it. Might put a bit more water in it in a bit, but I'll add some sand, 15 shovels. Right, that's been going 15 minutes or so. Still looks a little bit clumpy, so I'll add a little bit more water. Not much, same as last time. Looking a bit happier now. Starts to get a little bit kind of creamier and flows a little bit in the mixer. So whether I'm talking nonsense, it might all be lies, but it works for me and it works for Steve. So if it works for him, it's certainly good enough for me. I'm not going to take my glasses off because I don't want it in my eye again. Yeah, looks happy, so I'll leave that going another 10 minutes or so, just to fluff up a little. See you in a bit. Well, just had another 10 minutes or so. You can see it's sort of, I don't know, looking a bit nicer to me. Whether that's nicer to everyone else, I don't know, but to me it works. So, well, the mixer I think is done. It's had another 10 minutes or so. It's looking a little bit kind of creamier and smoother now, so looks alright to me. Right, this is how I've been taught to put the mixer away for the night. I'll just show you in there. There's quite a lot of lime in there, so I'll just I'll turn it on, get it spinning, scrape it all to the bottom, and add some water. Show you what to do for that. Right, that is mainly scraped. I'm just patting it flat-ish. Best I can, but not spend too long doing it. So that is just patted flat, and then the next thing to do is just chuck a load of water in it, really. Spin around a bit to get him a bit leveler, more level. Come on. Well, I've not done a very good job of patting that level. Certainly not done a very good job of putting that level, for sure. Right, start again. Right. That's not too bad. So I will cover that up for the night now. Maybe put the rest of that in. Right. So that's it, really. Can hear it bubbling a bit in the corner, but it's just covered in a bit of water there. And that will be good for tomorrow. So that's, in a nutshell, my well, my way, not my way, Steve's way of doing lime. Works for me. Not saying that's the way to do it, because I don't have a clue, but Steve certainly does, and that's what I remember him telling me. So I'll talk you around this now. I've just about finished what I hoped to get done today, which was get this wall up to the string, get the corner of everything up to the string, so tomorrow I can take out the timber formwork or framework, whatever you call that, and I can get the floor level the best I can anyway with gravel. So that's going to be, I'll spin you around, that is 2 ton of loose MOT Kriggin stuff. By far the best I've come across. A few different merchants use the slate, and it's nowhere near as good as that Kriggin granite stuff. So that compacts nicely. It doesn't seem to wear, and it sets almost like concrete. So I'm a big fan of that stuff. So I've put hundreds of tons down on the field tracks, and in the barn I've got another probably 100 odd tons to do to sort of dress it a bit more. Probably going to hire a roller then and get it sorted properly. So hopefully it'll give me a decent base to keep doing it, really. So I'll spin you around anyway and talk you around kind of where it's up to. So the reason I've gone to the string level is there's going to be these bullnose worktops here sitting on top of this wall, but before I do that I've got to, like I say, put my 100mm or 100mm to 200mm bass end of MOT down, and then I'm going to build my brick piers, possibly with arches, possibly not. Never done brickwork before, so see how that goes. And then the worktops, if you can call them that, whatever they are, bullnose curbs, are going to sit on the brick piers. So anyway, I said I'd spin you around.